All right, here in the finals, we've got the choice playing first and definitely keeping. Great hand. Let's open with our red-blue source. That way we can have turn 2 Bondkin and all of our colors. Swift Spear. Bit awkward on the old turn 3, but should be able to resolve that next turn. Guess technically we could have cast Swift Spear, but it's alright. Now we can actually do Swift Spear plus Outlast if I want, but yeah, I might actually want to do that. We don't get to play the Tranquil Cove, but I don't think that matters. Alright. Turn 3 Morph. Quiet Contemplation seems like a solid drop here. Let's just Cove plus Contemplation and swing. Next turn, getting the Sage online is going to be pretty nice. Alright. Krumar. Student as well. Interesting. Alright. Well, I do want to get our Sage online, but I think what I'm going to do is swing with both, see how he blocks. Because my Defiant Strike can give +2/+1, so I am willing to trade my Swift Spear for a Krumar, I think, but I want to see how he blocks first. No blocks. Oh, that one's interesting. All right. So we'll just deal our damage then, and we'll follow up with a Sage. He's off his third color, which we currently don't know if it's Abzan or Mardu. But he does have his fifth land for his morph, which I'm guessing is a Krumar Bondkin. But it could just as easily be a War Behemoth. So, still unsure. All right. Morph number 2. And he's passing the turn. So I think what we're going to do is Defiant Strike, and then we'll pay a red. So let's pump our... The reason I'm doing it now is I don't want to give him the block opportunity. So I think what we do is pump the Bondkin, because that's still going to pump this, and it won't let him double block the Bondkin for value with the morphs. So I think we just Defiant Strike here, do a little bit of Quiet Contemplation, lock down the first striker, pay our 1, Give our guys lifelink. Pump my first striker. Draw a card. Get in with team. I think at this point he probably has to block the Swift Spear, which does make sense. Maybe it's a 1/4, the ape. Could be the ape. Oh, Ruthless Ripper. Well, I feel okay with that trade. Still gain our life, deal some damage to him, follow up with a Horde Chief. And he's got some work to do. I must admit, Quiet Contemplation is playing very well in this deck. All right. Have to assume our opponent just didn't hit his third color, which I'm going to go out on a limb and guess is Mardu. I think he's playing red only because he's shown us a couple warriors, but it's all speculation. I have no idea. It's all been warriors so far, though, and we did see a lot of rush of battles. I'm feeling Mardu, but like I said, it's just a guess, so I have no idea. Didn't really see anything that requires a Smite the Monstrous, and didn't see anything that requires a race. So, and Barrage of Boulders doesn't really do anything that I can see, so I think we just continue. Okay, well, this hand's a bit awkward since there's no white source, but we do have 10 in the deck. I think I'm going to keep it, mostly because Swift Spear. I mean, we're in big trouble if we don't find a white source, but I think because I have the 10 in my deck, I'm feeling a bit more confident about finding it in a timely manner. I mean, if it was a one-lander, I probably would have mulliganed, but the fact that I have 2 lands, I have 10 white sources, this hand certainly gets very good once I find a white source. And our opponent mulliganed, which also helps. Well, did miss on our white source. Well, we're gonna need some resources here. There it is. All right. So could bash in. He probably doesn't block. Let's see if he blocks. This is just a leap of faith. Did not block. So we'll drop our Horde Chief. Could have done the Falconer, but getting the Horde Chief at full value right now seems decent for us. So he's at 4 resources. That could just be a Sage Eye Harrier, but we're not exactly sure yet. Let's just swing with Swift Spear and Horde Chief. Taking it. All right. So now we can play Double Student, which isn't bad. I think we're going to play the Mantis here. Let's see if this is the Sage Eye Harrier. Well, he didn't unmorph it, so I presume not. All right, it could be an Abzan guide. In which case, well, I guess it's not an Abzan guide. Let's see here. I think we're just going to swing Horde Chief and High Spire Mantis now. I could just keep pitching the Swift Spear in there, but feeling less good about it. Probably could have gotten in there this turn, but I don't know. I was feeling less confident that time, so well, now I can play Falconer plus Student. Guess we could still get eaten by a end hostilities, but we'll deal with that when it happens. Dune Blast, also another thing that could happen. All right. Pretty brutal turn here. So we get to go suspension field, get our prowess triggers, deal with scavenger, get in for quite a bit of damage. All right, wow. That was a quick match. So this deck performed extremely well for us. Opponents did seem to have some issues. I don't know what was up with that. All 3 rounds, our opponents had some, whether it be blocking issues or mana issues. Our deck performed really well, though. I'm happy to see it. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next one.